Hey guys, it's your girl, Sam Manuel. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi. Welcome to Monday with Emmanuel, where I share with you advice, my experiences, and life lessons that I learned the hard way, so you don't have to. Did I show you guys my new Beats by Dre? I love them. They're so cute. I was gonna get the black ones, but I was like, that's so boring, right? I wanted something snazzy. My hair grows back so quickly. Like, look at this bun. I already need another haircut. I just got one. I just got a haircut. Ay, madon. I'll tell you, it's too much. It's just shave. I'm gonna shave my fucking head. I'm gonna shave it off. I'm just gonna shave it off. It's gonna get shaved. Welcome to the 99th episode of my channel. I've been on YouTube for 4 years on and off, and this year is the first year that I've really been consistent with it. So thanks to everyone who subscribed and liked and stuck around while I got my shit together. If you follow me on Instagram, which you should, it's a good time. Follow me on Instagram. I'll link all my socials below here in a bar, maybe. If you followed me on Instagram, I decided to give this episode back to you guys and share with me some of your advice and experiences and life lessons. And you guys really came through. We might go on a little bit of a tangent today because one of the ones that got sent to me, I went on a deep dive. I went on the worst rabbit hole. Was up all night looking it up and trying to really make sense of it. Let's get started. I'm making dinner right now and I've got my G Fuel to keep me rocking and rolling. I didn't really know what the map of this episode was gonna look like. I just figured we'd start talking and develop a dialogue, if you will, and then yeah, that's pretty much how all my episodes get panned out. But I usually have like a running theme of something that I really want to talk about. So let's get crack-a-lackin'. Why I felt the need to show you guys this, but I made chicken Caesar tacos. Oh, my chicken tot for dinner. I made chicken Caesar tacos for dinner. Suck my dick. I'm domestic. Chicken Caesar tacos. Out of all the DMs I received, I'm gonna read my favorite one. When people show you who they are the first time, believe it. We create a fantasy of who people are in our heads and/or we give too many chances based off that fantasy. On top of it being really true, it's also really sad. A large majority of us don't like to believe people when they tell us who they really are. Whether they're actually telling us or showing us with their actions, we don't want to believe those things. So we put this narrative in our head that we could either change them or they're not actually like that. We make somebody up in our head. A lot of people know what they want and they know who they want. And they know what they're looking for, so they try to throw their ideologies and the things they want at other people. When those people don't make the cut or they can't meet the expectation, it's painful. Expectations will kill you every time. Literally every time. It brings me back to, like, if they wanted to, they would. If they wanted to, they would. Kill the expectations. It's okay to have standards, but when the standards come with expectations of somebody that you're trying to put these expectations on someone that can't do it for you. There's a difference between expectations and standards. If they don't do it for you, just move on, baby. Get out of there. Leave. My ADHD is like literally all over the place. I have so many things that I want to talk about, and I just feel like sometimes I don't have the time. Let's talk about the 29-day rule when it comes to if they wanted to, they would. I've seen a lot of girls on TikTok write about, this is like cis relationships, but I'm sure it could be applied to LGBTQ plus relationships as well. When you're the person that always writes them first, It should not be like that. It should be equal. It should be a give and take. There should be communication, baby. This is where communication is really important. If they don't write to you in a certain amount of time, bye, and there's no reason for it. Hey, babe, good morning. I hope you slept well. I'm going to be really busy today at work. I'm probably not going to be able to write you a bunch. Did you eat? How are you? Like, no one is busier than someone who doesn't give a fuck about you, right? No one's busier than someone who doesn't care about you. Oh, I'm such a bad texter. That person doesn't give a fuck about you. If they gave a fuck about you, they would invest time and energy and a simple, hey, how's it going to you. Someone who doesn't care about you will give you every excuse in the book, but then wait until you leave and then suddenly they're trying? I don't know. You should have tried while you had me. Now I'm gone. Bye. When you decide to cut communication off with someone, right? Let's talk about cutting ties with someone. There's people out there who will do a karmic cleansing or a cord cutting. If you're a person who is always reaching out to people, stop that shit. Why aren't they reaching out to you to see how you're doing? If you're alive, if you're breathing, why? There's no reason. They don't care. Don't reach out for 29 days. Don't reach out. Don't be the first to reach out. If they don't reach out to you in 29 days, a month, that's your sign, baby. That's your sign. If you can go a whole month without talking to me, communicating with me, seeing how I'm doing, why would I look for you? Why would I want to keep you around? We create fantasies in our head of these people, of what you think, or of what we think they could offer us, and they can't. And you're hurting your own feelings. It's not them. They didn't do anything. They're just fucking around and doing whatever, being themselves, I guess. You're over here putting them on a pedestal that they shouldn't be on, honey. Expecting them to write you. Expecting them to have emotions and feelings and communication skills that they just don't have. They could be going through a tower moment. It's possible. Everybody's going through their own shit. But in a month, if they don't reach out to you, sayonara. It's as easy as writing you and being like, hey, I've been going through a really difficult time lately. I'm so sorry I haven't reached out. So sorry I haven't texted you. So sorry I haven't shot you a phone call. I've been really fucking struggling. Easy as that. People want and need reassurance. I hate to break it to you. Not everyone is so self-sufficient where they don't need that, right? Especially a friend. It doesn't matter the relation. It does not matter the relation. Friend, coworker, mom, dad, family member, girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife. Reassurance. Reassurance is universal. Yeah, I get it. We're adults. We're adults. We're working. No one is busier than someone who doesn't give a fuck about you. And it just is what it is. Oh, they're so busy at work. You know, we have lives. We're adults. We have lives. That's fine. Where do I fit into your life? Tell me. Dímelo. Come on. I'm waiting. You want me to sit on the sidelines and wait for you to not be busy? Keep my book open so I can pencil you in? I'm busy now. That's how that works. Okay, fine. They don't care. They don't give a fuck. Even the busiest fucking people have time for you if they want to make time for you. They have time for you if they want to make time for you, if they want you in their lives. Doctors, lawyers, busiest people I know, honestly, are doctors and lawyers, right? Doctors, nurses work fucking long ass shifts. But guess what? Nurses, doctors, they're married. They're in relationships. They have time for their partners. They have time for their family. They have time for their friends. And they work long-ass hours. What's your excuse? You're not a fucking doctor. You work in customer service. What? What? Don't hurt your feelings because of someone else not meeting your expectations. That's not your job. Your job is to show someone who you are. And if they like that, they'll stay. Just like my job is to see you for who you actually are. And if I like that, I'll stay. If you can't love me for me, people make time for what they want to make time for at the end of the day. And that's that. And when people show you who they are the first time, baby, believe it. Believe it. You're going to hurt your feelings every time creating a narrative that doesn't exist. And that's how you get hurt. That's how you get emotional damage. You have to be an outsider looking in on your life. Think about it this way. If someone you love, like if one of your friends was going through something you were going through, what advice would you give them? Would you tell them to leave? Would you say, fuck that man, he ain't worth it, and have them leave? Why aren't you leaving? Why is the standard different for you? Why is the expectation, the standard different for you and not someone, a close friend of yours or someone that you love? Why don't you love yourself as much as you love your friend or your mom or your dad? Would you want to see them go through what you're going through? Put yourself on the outside and look in onto your situation. Would you want someone you love going through that? That will tell you everything you need to hear right then and there. If the answer is no, get gone. Get out. Get out of there. Get the fuck out. So many people stay with people out of comfort. I should know. I was those people. I was so comfortable and I was like, oh fuck, like what am I gonna do? I have everything I need here. What's gonna happen? The fear of the unknown. The fear of the unknown. And right now, it's hard being lonely sometimes, right? It's normal to feel that way, but I would rather be lonely and alone in the comfort of my own apartment than with someone who is toxic and unnerving and bad for my mental health, who's someone who's just gonna bring me down. They don't know what path they're on. They don't know what's even going on in their life. I got my life together. I gotta hold them up too. That's complex. Maybe less than a week ago, the universe was testing me again, bringing people back into my life, I guess, to see how I would react to it. And I didn't. I held it down. I'm proud of myself. I held it down. When you hear something that you don't like, and when something is literally pain to you, this is so hard to describe. But when people are literally pain to you, like you wake up and you're like, oh, fuck this person. Get that person out of your life if you can. It's hard to do that if you like work with them, or you have to work directly with them, or if you like live with them. That is hard. But if someone literally drains your energy, like literally energy vampires you to death, get rid of that person. Move them out of your life. Cord cut them out of your life. You know, for me, it's more of a 3 strikes and you're out type of deal. I can't deal with bullshit anymore. There's a lot of things that I'm willing to compromise with. Myself is not one of them anymore. I'm not willing to compromise myself for anybody else anymore. There's things you learn to cancel out, right? There's things you learn to be like, okay, well, I'm not dealing with that shit. I am a fan of putting myself first. And I will always do that, my love. I will always do that. Because I'd never done it before. I used to be very forgiving. I used to be very drop everything for everybody and put me last and put people first. And I don't do that. I can't physically, mentally, financially do that anymore. I can't do that. I'm sorry. I've become a better communicator, but I am not going to put myself last for you. So with all that being said, I wanted to discuss kind of our main event topic, and that's nihilism. I got sent a TikTok. I went down this crazy rabbit hole of nihilism. Nihilism is the rejection of all religious and moral principles in the belief that life is meaningless. It's literally the opposite of what we talk about on this channel. For me, it's very extreme. Like, that's very extreme. I don't think life is meaningless. That mentality of, well, we're all gonna die anyway, so what does it matter? I think there's a difference between that and I don't think values are baseless, right? I don't think that. That's my my own personal thoughts, right? It's funny because my question would be, how can you believe in nothing? Even believing in nothing is believing in something, right? Like, loophole. Like, you are like a nihilist, but you believe in nihilism, which is the belief in nothing, but you believe in it. My fucking brain hurts thinking of that. I read that a lot of people think nihilism is very freeing and, oh, nothing matters, and, you know, it's like fuck it as a religion, right? How can you believe in nothing? Because then everything we just talked about wouldn't matter. And yeah, you could not give a fuck about a lot of things, but does not caring necessarily make you a nihilist? Just because you don't care about something? Your passion is not caring, right? So look how the world is going right now. You just don't care? You don't care about anything at all? I find it hard to believe. I find it very hard to believe. I think pain is a big part of life. I think feeling pain, even though it sucks, is a big part of life. It's a big part of living. It's a big part of being human. Even if you don't have a lot of hope for the future, live in the moment. Live moment to moment. Who cares about the future right now? We don't even know if the future is going to future. We don't even know. Who cares? There's nothing wrong with having goals, setting goals for yourself, and working towards those goals. But live in the moment. You don't have to be a giant fucking tool. Live in the moment. Be happy. Be healthy. There's so many beautiful reasons. There's so many beautiful things to care about in the world. There's, like, look at animals and the sun. The sun is so nice, and and I get it. It's hard to, you're so focused on the future, it's hard to care about the things that are happening in the present. It's like, you know, we're living on a floating rock, right? Like, I get that mentality. Like, we're just vibing on a floating rock. Like, what does all this matter? Like, we use paper to pay for things. We have a government that doesn't make a lot of sense, and they just make up rules and laws, and we have to follow them. And I get it. All of that could be really annoying because it doesn't make sense, right? It's everything. Welcome to planet Earth, where money doesn't matter and everything's made up. Like, I get it. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter. But there's things in this world worth living for that make us human, that make us who we are. What about love? Right? That's what makes us human. Having a heart, having a soul, those things are important. Living your best life, do what you want then. Do what you want. Believe in what you want to believe in. Make up your own shit. Don't believe in nothing. Believing in nothing will make you fall for everything. When your mind is empty like that, it could be filled with bullshit. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Create your own opinions, your own ideas. The whole I don't believe in shit thing, surefire way to really miss out on life. It's like, it's such a bleak existence. Like, oh, nothing matters. Like, oh, it's not gonna, nothing I do matters. I'm gonna die anyway. And like, fuck off with that. Fuck all the way off with that. Nothing matters. I'm gonna die. Make the most of it, babe. Make the most of it. If nothing matters, then you could fucking do anything that you want. Within reason. There's a meaning to everything. Whether that's something you want to believe or not, there is. Everything happens for a reason. And everything you do, every step you take, every move you make, I'll be watching you. Some people see nihilism as like a freedom. Like, they're liberated by not caring. But how is that liberating? You don't believe in anything. You don't want to research anything. You just want to barely exist. I don't know. I don't think that's liberating. I think knowledge is power. I think knowledge is liberating. I think nihilism is depressing. How can you conversate with anybody when you believe in nothing? Knowledge is power. Having knowledge to change your atmosphere, to change how you live, to, create your own ideologies. Create them. Make them your own. Who cares if no one else believes in them? Believe in something. Look at flat earthers. Do you think they give a fuck if you think the earth is round? No, they don't. They believe that the earth is flat, and that's it. You could not, I'm telling you, flat earthers they will never change their mind. Never. Not never. Believe in something. Believe in something. Even if it's different from what other people believe. And then I guess you could combat me and be like, well, I believe in nihilism and I don't believe in anything. Okay, well, what's your life like? Not believing in anything. What do you do all day? Sit on the couch, play video games, smoke weed? Is that what you do all day? Is that kind of life liberating and freeing to you? Rotting your brain? Nothing wrong with video games. Making weed your whole personality. That's a problem. But also, now you believe in something because you think that weed and video games are freeing and liberating, and that's how you liberate yourself from the world, by doing those things. So you have a passion and you believe in something. Gotcha. For me, everything in life matters. And sometimes you can disassociate in situations to make yourself feel better. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. People that feel like their life doesn't have a purpose, or what they're doing doesn't have meaning, or everything has a meaning. Everything has a purpose. You have a purpose. It's just that you don't want to have a purpose. You want to be, depressed. You want to suppress your ambition. You want to suppress your goals. You don't want to have any of that. You just want to be, because you're a piece of meat floating on a rock, right? And not the healthiest way of thinking. Honestly, it's a funny way of thinking. And I think people think it a lot. Like, fuck it, what does it matter? YOLO. Like, you only live once, that's the motto. It's like, do it. But you still care deep down. I think a lot of people take the fuck it route, and they still care, like, deep down, what they're doing. Because then they think about it later. Whoa, I wonder how that went. You could say fuck it and do it. I do that a lot. I'm just like, yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do this or that or whatever. Because what does it matter anyway? What are they gonna do? Say no? Or what are they gonna do? Say yes? Like, that's the best thing that could happen. There's freedom in that. There's freedom in not thinking about what's gonna happen and just doing it. Because what does it matter anyway? Because if you don't do it, you're stuck regardless. So if you don't make a move, you're stuck. And if you do make a move, what's the worst that could happen? They could say no, it could get denied, it could not be perceived well, and then who cares? And who cares? One, there's no such thing as bad publicity. Two, now you know. Now you know. Now you know that person doesn't want to be with you. Now you know you're not going to get that job. Now you know. So now, instead of being at step 1, you're at step 2 and you're like, okay, now what? What's my next big move? You know, the knowledge is power. Knowing is half the battle. If you don't know, you'll never know. You miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. How can you not want to do nothing with your life? How can you just want to be a bump on a log? Everybody has a goal. Even the goalless have goals. How are you going to get there? You got to take steps. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's like, it doesn't even matter. It matters. Stop putting a show on. It matters. You're not fooling anyone. That's such teenage mentality. Oh, I'm so depressed. I'm so sad. Nothing matters in this world. Grow up. Grow the fuck up. Get a life. Make a life that you want to create for yourself. Goddamn, go outside, smell a flower. I hate flowers, but you can if you want. Just, Jesus Christ. People think that we're here for a very small amount of time and then we die. That's it. We live to die. Oh, we were born to die, said Lana Del Rey, Queen and Savior. Do something meaningful with the life that you're given. Make a move. Big move. Make a money move. We're here for a long time. And sometimes it doesn't feel like that, but sometimes it does. I'm 31 now. I was 16 last year. What happened? A quote that really just turned me on my fucking head. If you died right now, it wouldn't make a difference. Big picture. If you'd never been born, no one would care. If you died right now, it would make a difference. It would make a difference in at least one person's life. How long that difference makes is dependent on the relationship you have with that person. But it would make a difference. If I died right now, me and my mom don't have the best relationship. Me and my dad don't have the best relationship. But those two people would care that I was gone. And if you'd never been born, no one would care. No one would care. You're not nothing yet. You're not anything yet. You're just a little peanut. No one would have known that you would have been born or you weren't born, or if you'd never had been born, no one would care. Yeah, that makes sense because you don't have a personality yet. You're just like a little peanut. You're a little cell, clump of cells. You don't have, there's nothing that you have to offer yet. There's nothing, you're not a personality yet. You don't exist yet. Get a hobby. Yeah? Okay. That's all. Anyway, thank you for watching the 99th episode here with me. I'm happy to have you guys. And here's to another 99 more. Blah, blah, blah. Follow your passions. Follow your heart. Chase your dreams. We all have desires. I'm a lover girl. So that's where I follow my heart a lot. Love is a big part of my existence, my being. So I love people. I love women. I love and I care about other people. But it starts with caring about yourself. So get out there, take care of yourself, do things that make you happy, stay safe, and be well.